don't over-promote. I mean, it's hard to see these the chairs, but you don't want to over-promote in general with personal branding. So if you're seen as someone who over-promotes, someone who's just maybe promoting things at your company, it's not going to be successful for you, whether you are a company or a person, because the online world works that you have to give before you can get. So you have to actually give value. You have to spread knowledge, send quotes online. I do facts, I do everything, because the more you promote, the worse it'll look for you. You'll get negative publicity because you have to be seen, perceived as a value contributor. Your boss knows what you're doing. So Google, just like anything else, everything is a search engine. Facebook, Twitter, name anything is a search engine. Google is definitely a primary one, right? So they have 65, 70% market share. Most people are using it. News Corp, they all want to put their sites out, but they'll lose traffic, right? So Exhibit A. How many people have seen this before? This is my favorite example of all time. In 3 years, it's still my favorite. So be careful what you say, because 8% of employers are getting rid of people based on Facebook status updates. And that was twice as much as the year before. And so this one example is funny because, I think it takes place in the UK. She updates her Facebook profile. She hates work. She hates her boss. And then she forgot that her audience contained people she worked with, including her boss. So she got laid off. The next example is a guy, and I have to blur certain things out now for some audiences. So this guy hates his job so much, he sent a tweet, and I don't know if he got laid off, but all this stuff is public. And so if you send it while on the job, or you send it when you're home, maybe even on the toilet, you're in trouble, right? Because people can search for it, people can find it. And this guy, this is another example. I love my company, but my manager sucks. So the manager's experience, right? So you can love your company as much as you want, but you hate your manager and you reveal that to the world at large. What if the manager finds it? What if it gets forwarded to your manager? People are looking for this stuff. So this is the last example, I believe, Exhibit D. So basically, she left the company for a year because she had depression. But on Facebook, she uploaded pictures of her in a bikini on a beach, and so she got laid off. And then perception is greater than reality. This is something I was discussing before. How much are we active online versus how little are we active? And I say you got to be really in the center of that. If you're too active online, it's an email from a recruiter. It looks bad. You probably won't get a job. Oh, this is how they think. Oh, this is all they're doing. All they're doing is playing. Because a lot of people think that the social media tools are still just for fun. It's like a little playground. So it does look bad at some level. And I picked on Dan Zarella again. And you know what's interesting? This is not for everyone now. So if you Google my name, you're not going to get what the new Facebook search, which is when it ends up happening, and this is going to integrate with other social networks too. Social networks, search engines are starting to combine. So what ends up happening is if you search Dan Zarella or the various other search terms, you're going to get the latest results on Twitter that are happening live. So this real-time search, they're happening live for Dan Zarella. So he's promoting his book or he's having conversations.
To this event here.
So this is really what's happening is that everything you do online is spread everywhere. So everything you say, whether you're at work or you're not at work, is going to count for you against you because it's so easy to access it now. And this is happening with MySpace. They're striking deals there. This is going to be for everyone. I mean, Facebook fan pages are going to start popping up here, not profiles yet. Those are still private at some level. So things are changing really fast. You want to be on top of all this. So bring more value to your company. I actually, I wrote this article a while ago, and part of what's inspired tonight, I look at this in a different light, right? I see individuals, because of the ability to grow a network online pretty fast, that ability allows the individual to have a lot of marketing power online. And if you hire people with a lot of marketing power, you don't have to spend as much money on marketing. Those budgets, especially right now, a lot of people decreasing marketing budgets and complaining. Well, if you hire the right people, they can push out your messages for free. So that's the first one. The second one is public relations. And this happens, I mean, you can take this different angles. My angle is, if you see something, it's almost customer service too. If you see something bad about your company written online, you can help your company by taking that tweet or that Facebook update or whatever it is, and forwarding it to the right people. Maybe if you're in PR, that might be useful to the PR group. And then they might be able to solve that, and that might be a good deed for you. Raise value for your brand. Thought leadership and sales. So sales, basically you can, especially through LinkedIn, I believe, a lot of entrepreneurs, consultants are using LinkedIn to get leads. And there's no reason, it depends on your company, of course. No one's going to come on LinkedIn and I'm messaging someone, no one's going to spend $1 million with Symmetrics right away, right? But for, maybe if you're working at Apple or a smaller type brand that can offer something for a small business, that might work for you to use social media like that. And thought leadership, like we said on the previous slide with the research, you can be a thought leader as well as your company, because there's a correlation to that type of success. Yeah. And then branding. If your brand becomes larger, you can raise the profile of your company. And your online network is worth money. This is controversial. I know I fight a lot of people on this every day. But I feel what's happened now. We talked about that free marketing, about you being able to market your company to a lot of people in a very short period of time for no additional cost, just what they typically pay you. And so if you look at this, everything has a number associated with it now. Advertisers love numbers, of course. That's how they invest money to advertise. So you have the number of followers on Twitter, you have the number of email subscribers, you have the number of blog subscribers, you have the number of Facebook friends. All of these have numbers associated with it. So by perception, if someone does have a large network, even if they're not best friends with everyone, it's still more marketing weight. It's more marketing weight. And so there is value here, and companies such as Best Buy, they hired a social media person, and they had over 250 followers on Twitter in order to even have a chance to get a job. So what's going to end up happening, I believe, in the future is that your online network, the size of your network, is going to carry a lot of weight in recruitment. And the example I give is that if you're on LinkedIn and you're a recruiter and you see two people with the same exact backgrounds, but one has 500 LinkedIn contacts and then the other one has 20, who are you going to hire? That's the world we're going to start to live in soon, because it's so much easier to build a network online. There's no excuse anymore. And then continue your journey. So I'm going to wrap up. We got a lot more good content here tonight. Meet 2.0, I have copies right here. $15 I'm charging after the event, doing book signing if you're around. And then we have personalbrandingblog.com. If any of you students here, studentbranding.com is another site that I just launched. And then Personal Branding Mag. If you go to personalbrandingsample.com, there's a free sample of MC Hammers on this issue. And connect with me. So we're going to continue. We got a panel now, panelists.